She emailed once, no follow-up in 3 weeks. I'm 31. Should I reply at all or just walk away for good? Focus on self-improvement in the gym. She rationed intimacy and made excuses, so I ended it. I mean, if you're FWB and the whole point of that is just intimacy, that's it. There's nothing beyond that. How are you friends with benefits if there's no benefits and you're just friends essentially? So if you're okay with just being friends, and carry on. If you want the B part of the FWB, then you clearly need to walk away and have some dignity for yourself. Dignity is a weird thing with guys. Like, I was just on Twitter before I turned on this stream, and I saw that this OnlyFans thought, what's her name? Sophia Rain pulled in $83 million last year from simps, essentially, making donations or subscriptions to her. Man, what a business model. She's getting paid fat stacks of cash monthly. I mean, what does that work out to monthly? 83 divided by 12. $6.9 million a month. Who the fuck makes $6.9 million a month showing their butthole on a private platform like that? But she does. And simps pay for all of this. It's just bonkers to me that this even exists today. But anyway, is what it is. Let's keep going. So this next one is a borderline personality symptoms and body modification and emotional regulation study as it correlates with tattoos. This is a 2024 study between BPD, body modifications, tattoos and piercings, and emotional regulation in a non-clinical sample of young adults. So 251 participants, 18 to 25. Most were female, 66%. 44% of them had at least one tattoo or piercing. Higher BPD symptom severity was significantly, not associated, but significantly associated with a greater likelihood of having body modifications. Well, color me shocked. I mean, I've been saying this shit for years. I mean, I knew it through observation. Now you've got the scientific research backing that up. So anytime somebody comes at me now, how do you know this is true? Well, you can go read these 7 fucking studies if you don't like my anecdotal evidence and the conversations that I've had with thousands of guys and conversations around that. So there you go. Emotional regulation. Individuals with body modifications reported poor emotional regulation as measured by the difficulties in emotion regulation scale. Wow. They have a scale called the difficulties in emotional regulation scale, the DERS scale. Specifically, they showed higher scores in emotional non-acceptance and difficulties in impulse control. I mean, shocking. Impulse control is correlated with getting loads of tattoos. I mean, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. BPD symptoms and body modifications. Participants with higher borderline personality disorder assessed via the personality assessment inventory borderline feature scale. So scientific medical scale, whatever, were more likely to have multiple tattoos or piercings. So those that are diagnosed with BPD symptoms are more likely to have multiple tattoos or piercings, particularly those with impulsive or self-harming tendencies. Well, tattoos and piercings are self-harming. You like to mutilate your body. I mean, you sit in a chair while a man with a fucking ink pen is constantly penetrating your body over and over again, or punching holes all the way up your ear, your nipples, or wherever else in your body you're going to put these damn things. I mean, it's why they're freaks in the sheets, I guess, right? Piercings, impulse, harmony. Okay, body modifications were often linked to self-expression, identity, or coping with emotional distress, suggesting a potential role in emotional regulation in individuals with BPD. Poor emotional regulation partially mediated the relationship between BPD symptoms and body modifications. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, every body of this study is saying the same thing. You have tattoos, you got BPD, or you have BPD. If you have BPD, you're going to get tattoos. Analysis, limitations. Let's go to the conclusion here. Studies suggest that body modifications are more prevalent among young adults with higher BPD symptoms. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, if you're 40 and you're or 50 and you're diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, you've already regulated yourself, you've figured out a way to regulate yourself, you don't have tattoos, why are you going to run off and get them? Although some might. But it makes sense that at a young age with higher BPD symptoms, as it states here, that they're going to get them done then. They're going to get ink then, potentially serving as a form of self-expression or emotional regulation. Poor emotional regulation partially explains a link between BPD symptoms and body modifications. These findings highlight the psychological significance of tattoos and piercings in non-clinical populations, suggest the clinicians consider body modification as a potential indicator of emotional dysregulation or BPD traits. So they're basically saying in this medical study summary that clinicians should consider body modifications as a strong indicator of emotional dysregulation or BPD traits. Further research is needed on this topic. All right. Clearly. Well, I hope they study it more. Not like you need to. It's just like, I mean, I've already told you guys for fucking years. She shows up with tattoos. She's got problems, man. There's baggage there. All right. This next one is, I think this might be the last one. Yeah. And we'll take some call-ins. If there's time for call-ins, I think we got time for call-ins. Yeah. Yeah, we can do a few. I'll drop the call-in link over here. You guys can queue up if you have anything you want to ask me. Invite, copy. And I'll drop this in all chat. Call in and ask a Q. That's just a call-in link. You can leave your camera off. It's basically like a phone call. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.